Do you have a dead houseplant at home? Or do you overwater it, underwater it, or forget to water it? Our prototype is here to solve that problem. It gives you a suggested amount to water your plant, and it gives you a timer that tells you when the last time you watered your plant was, so it prevents over and underwatering, and you won't have to guess how much to water your plant. So you'll have a healthy looking plant like this.
My dead plant! What am I gonna do?
Okay, so here's our prototype. As you can see, it's working right now. It's very thirsty, 10 out of 10 on the thirst, and it recommended 400 milliliters. So I'm gonna take this cup of water and water the plant. Oh, and as you can see, the thirst level went down to a 3 out of 10. So the plant is no longer thirsty. That's it.
What about the button?
Oh, shoot. Roll again. We'll stitch it. We'll stitch it. Okay, so now that I've watered it, I'm going to press the button, which is going to reset the timer. And now the timer's counting up. And the next time I water it, I can check the timer to make sure it's not too soon or too late.
My plant will live!
Here we go.
So, our prototype takes power from a 9-volt battery, so it'll go into the circuit, and then it'll start reading values from our moisture sensor that goes into an analog pin over here, and then we'll calculate the thirst level from the values that were read on a scale of 0 to 10, and we have a little equation for that. And then we take that moisture level on a scale of 0 to 10 and figure out how much water to water the plant with. Our plant needs a max amount of 400 milliliters, so we just multiplied the level by 40 because it's out of 10. And then we print those thirst values and watering values over here, and then if it's more moist, the values will go down. And then at the same time, the timer will start at 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds, and we'll use the millis function to calculate current time, elapsed time, and like our last water time, which is based on when the button is pressed or when the whole thing turns on. And then we have our calculations for hours, minutes, and seconds that would print onto the OLED screen. And then our button, if it's pressed, will reset the timer. What the heck? No, I unpinned something. And then if our button is pressed, it resets the elapsed time for the timer. And yeah.
Okay. So now let's get into some code snippets. Oh, first the wiring diagram. So this is a little bit complicated. Basically, we have a digital pin connecting to our button. That is all going to ground. And then for the OLED, we have 2 of our analog pins going into SDA and SCL, and then also power and ground. Then for our moisture sensor, we have power, ground, and this green wire is the analog sensor that goes into A0, and we also have our battery wired up there. Now for some code snippets. So, like what we said earlier, here is the hours, minutes, and seconds calculation, as well as, okay, then we have our OLED printing. So this is the first line. So it prints the thirst level out of 10 with our water level calculation. And then we also print the water needed to add. And then on the second line with the timer, we're printing the time. And we also have if statements set up so that it prints double digits no matter what, instead of just printing single digits.